I've been playing a lot of Prince Keliseths lately, so I wanted to try a more control-oriented deck, but honestly it feels like a lot of the control archetypes in this expansion are pretty played out. But then I was thinking about this Street Trickster card and I was like, this guy's pretty cool, and he's even a demon so he works with Blood Reaver Gul'dan. And Blood Reaver Gul'dan's already pretty scary, but what if after you play Blood Reaver Gul'dan you also have 2 spell damage threatening the opponent? That's even scarier. And then we've even got a meme wagon to pull out a Street Trickster. So the unfortunate thing about the Street Trickster in this deck is Warlock doesn't really have that much stuff that abuses spell damage. Certainly not too many things that can just hit the opponent in the face and kill them. But we do have 2 copies of Bane of Doom, works with spell damage, it also gives you a demon, which is good with Blood Reaver Gul'dan. Also, to synergize with the Street Tricksters, we've got 2 copies of Demon Fire. This can be used to kill the opponent's things, or you can just give 2/2 to your Street Trickster and then it's a 2/9, so it can actually do a thing while it's on the board other than just sit there and give you spell damage. And then we've got the usual suspects like a Drain Soul, 2 Mortal Coils, and 2 Defiles. Defile is actually pretty dope with Street Trickster. Usually when you have a spell damage thing with Defile, it dies pretty soon. But with Street Trickster, you get spell damage for your first 4 procs of Defile, which is pretty nice. And then we've also got Blood Mage Thalnos and Malygos for more spell damage things. Malygos is pretty tough to play in this deck because it costs 9 mana, but you can Malygos Mortal Coil in the same turn. And then with the theme of making our Street Tricksters actually useful, we're playing 2 Bone Mares. The 0/7 stat line is a pretty good recipient of the 4/4 buff. Bone Mare also works pretty well with our little shitter 1-drops, so they maintain some relevance in the late game. And there's the 1 in a million dream where you Bone Mare your Meat Wagon and pull Malygos. So the deck probably just plays like a pretty typical Control Warlock but with some different options. I'm pretty sure that Control Warlock with some whack shit is worse than Control Warlock without whack shit, but we'll see how it plays out.
Gul'dan versus Malfurion.
Aggro, please.
Protect the wild. Your soul shall be mine.
Maybe I should have kept Hellfire. Man, they're all aggro druids at this rank. Which is nice because we don't have to concede on turn 1. Play the Mistress because it can kill this thing. Voidwalker is okay because it traded with both of these and set up the Mortal Coil without actually dying on board, but I think this is fine. I'm gonna tap here instead of developing the Voidwalker, because the Mortal Coil doesn't do much here.
The scourge will devour all.
Man, these giant druid minions are hard to deal with. Like the spell damage card, I guess. Counterspell's really good against that deck. I think I want Counterspell. Every spell in that deck is like crazy strong. See, that would have been a good thing to counterspell. Throw down the meme wagon. Gul'dan is like a good card, but it's still like 5 turns before we can play it, so probably a bad draw. It's actually killing my wagon. What if it was Doomsayer? What if it was Doomsayer? Well, the Mortal Coils are pretty good here. Twisting Nether's a good pickup. I'm gonna play this thing instead of the counterspell. Could take a YOLO Servant of Yogg-Saron, could take Renounce to try to get like Priest or something. That gets rid of my Blood Reaver Gul'dan. Gets rid of my Twisting Nether, which I can't really afford at this point. I think this is a YOLO Servant of Yogg-Saron game. It's actually not that easy for him to clear my board here. So maybe I can Bone Mare my Trickster this turn. He's actually sending 7 damage into it. I'm like not even upset. What? He didn't even kill it. I guess he just wanted to weaken it so the Defile wasn't too crazy. I guess that makes sense. But I don't have Defile, so. Bane of Doom is pretty good here, we can kill this thing, but I think Bone Mare is pretty damn good. The thing about Bone Mare is we have to coin, and that puts us 1 more turn off of Twisting Nether, 1 more turn off of Gul'dan. But Bone Mare is just big, right? And even though he'll be able to kill my Street Trickster pretty easily, we can just bone our Bone Mare next turn. It is kind of a bummer if he draws exactly Living Mana this turn. Looks like we don't have to worry about it though. Man, he's trading into the Bone Mare. I mean, it does deny my second Bone Mare. But we can just Bane of Doom the 4-2. We still have 19 health for some reason. We could Hellfire instead. I think I like Bane of Doom. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say I like Bane of Doom. Hellfire lets me develop Counterspell also, but I'm not dead to Savage Roar. And if he has Living Mana, I just have the Twisting Nether follow-up. But what if I have to play Twisting Nether next turn? That takes all my mana, and then he draws Living Mana the following turn. It would be nice to have the Counterspell up for that situation. I'm just gonna Hellfire, I guess. And if I don't need to Nether here, which it looks like I don't, I can go Voidwalker plus Bone Mare. Alright. Hit him with the big taunt. That thing's pretty big, so we probably can't just drop Malagos here. Although we do have a lot of stats on the board. I guess we can just Bane of Doom as Dire Wolf, trade our guys into the Crypt Lord, and then our taunt's just gonna eat the Hydra hit pretty much every time. I think I can deal 9 to his face with Defiles here, which isn't super exciting. Oh wait, maybe we can do more than that. Can hit here, puts my guy down to 4. This guy's at 3. So we play 2 Defiles and it triggers 6 times, I think. And then we could Bane of Doom this. I really hope this kills the Hydra. I'm gonna feel dumb if it doesn't. Yeah, it does. That was the play. And we got Doomguard. Well, that was a pretty good turn. And even if it was Ultimate Infestation, we had the counterspell. I think that was the best lethal. Well, that was a fun game.
Gul'dan versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
Your soul shall be mine.
Got our meat wagon. Hell yeah.
Mind if I roll need?
I don't think I care enough to drain soul that. So we'll just grab another card and then we can contest it with meat wagon next turn. Yep. Looks like a meat wagon contest. Can play our Despicable Dreadlord here to protect our boy. Wow. Sick turn. Let's see what courier can get for me. Oh my god, another courier. The value. Infinite value. Unlucky. We only got Archmage Antonidas.
Your soul is mine.
These fireballs from the Archmage Antonidas are probably pretty good. Especially when they have spell power. He wasn't even able to kill my boy. What's he doing with his life? Let's just bone him. We don't get to bone very often. Alright. Wow, he's Shadow Visions for Dragonfire Potion.
Someone injured?
Seems like a peculiar choice. Man, where's my spell damage? I could Bane of Doom that. Yep, Shadow Reaper Anduin happens. Well, we've seen the Anduin. He played the Dragonfire Potion that he got pretty recently off of Shadow Visions, so maybe this board's tough for him to deal with.
Darkness speaks to me.
Oh cool, he's just going face already. So we're dying soon. Alright, we're gonna hit him with the Antonidas. And to get some fireballs, we're gonna blast our Mistress. We wanted to heal off of the Drain Soul anyway, because I think there's a good chance we're dying here. And not only does it heal us for 2 off the Drain Soul this turn, but it weakens the Mistress, so I can heal off of that next turn. Also, we've already seen his Binding heal through the other Dragonfire Potion. He picked that card real quick. I really need Blood Reaver Gul'dan, so I guess I'm tapping. It's a good draw. 6/6, I'll take it. No, my spell damage. Wow, that's just rude.
Why do you call?
That's annoying. So we can buff this thing because it's a demon. We can smack there, and then we can draw a card off Mortal Coil. Nice. We hit him with that guy. We play this guy. Oh, I thought I didn't have mana to tap. Well, I'm dumb. Guess I tap. Not punished. Couldn't play Malagos anyway. So we have 12 damage on board. He knows we have 12 in hand. He has to kill me, which is probably hard with a 2-mana hero power. Or he can just deal with my board, which, you know, isn't too hard because of the hero power.
Blessed be this funnel cake.
Okay, Priest of the Feast. Hopefully he won't heal him for too much. Okay, Silence, not Shadow Word Pain. We don't really have much synergy left for our guy. But that's okay. Can I just find Blood Reaver Gul'dan? Is that too much to ask? We did pick up another thing to go with our Silenced Street Trickster, which was nice. But yeah, we got to Siphon Soul that guy, which was nice because we got some healing and that deck doesn't have great Siphon Soul targets. And now we have a lot of stats on the board with 2 fireballs in hand, so I think we're feeling pretty good about this one. Oh shit, we got wrecked. Okay, not much of a turn out of him. So we hit him for 2, he's at 15, Fireball, Fireball, Hellfire is 15. Obviously we can't do all of that in one turn, so we're probably going to Fireball his face here. Set him to 9, heal up with Siphon Soul, just in case he was able to kill me, which I think was probably pretty hard. But yeah, set him to 9, and then we Fireball, Hellfire him next turn, even if he deals with my dude.
Darkness speaks to me.
Okay. But now his Velen's gone, so we can't play Gul'dan, right? It brings back 2 Dreadlords, but double Dreadlord plus the Street Trickster attack is not enough to kill Velen. We probably just Twisting Nether here. We can Fireball. At this point we don't need to Fireball his face since we have Blood Reaver Gul'dan and his Velen's gone. But Twisting Nether's like really bad, right? So we'll Twist. And since I don't think we can lose as long as we don't get burned out, we'll just play Mistress here. Even though it seems like the healing might help him more, once we play Blood Reaver Gul'dan, I just don't think he can really win. What did we get off the Bane of Doom? Oh shit. What's Fatigue looking like? I'm deeper in Fatigue than he is. I still think Gul'dan is good here, though. Okay, that helps me catch up in Fatigue. I don't remember what I got off the Bane of Doom, but I guess I'm gonna find out. Oh, it was the 6/6. Nice. So we're at 24. His hero power still costs 2. His Velen's dead. We have a bunch of stuff on the board. He only has 8 cards left, but 8 cards can deal a lot of damage with that hero power. Especially if one of them is Mind Blast or something. Nice. I like to imagine he conceded because of the 2 Street Tricksters on the board.